Jack Daniel's just announced that they're releasing a brand new single barrel proof rye. It's going to be a special edition, and I think that this has potential to be one of the best ryes of all time. Let's get right into it. Right now I have one of their single barrel proof ryes poured up in the glass because this release that we're talking about today has not been released to the public yet. This is the brand new Tanyard Hill. It's a single barrel proof rye using the standard rye mash bill coming from the Jack Daniel's distillery. Here's what we can expect. There's going to be bottles ranging from 130 proof all the way up to 148.8 proof. Hazmat-Level, and this is serious hazmat, pushing 150. I personally don't know if there's a distillery that has ever released something that high proof that hasn't been an American light whiskey. At least off the top of my head. When I think about it, that's just extremely high, especially in this category of rye. Bottle sizes is going to be 700 milliliters, and the MSRP comes in at $79.99, which, by the way, I think that is a fantastic price. Nowadays, if a distillery comes out with a limited release or a special edition bottle, it's very rare to see anything under $100. So it's really awesome to see that Jack Daniel's is going below the $100 price tag this year. Tanyard Hill on the Jack Daniel's property sits right next to Coy Hill and is home to 4 rick houses that were built in the 1960s. This specific release was barreled and aged in barrel house number 1 on the Tanyard Hill back in 2015. So roughly 10 years that this whiskey has been aging. Master Distiller Chris Fletcher said, "We're fortunate enough to have barrel houses at so many unique locations that produce deep, rich, and complex whiskeys. Like Coy Hill was before, Tanyard Hill has been one of the hidden gems for locals familiar with the distillery grounds. We're now bringing more people into the secret and can't wait to see what our friends think of this special release Tennessee rye whiskey." Huge shout out to the Daily Pour for writing an amazing article on this release. If you want to check that out, I'll put the link below. And now that we got the facts, here's what I honestly think of this release. Here's what's getting me excited. This bottle right here is my favorite rye whiskey in the world. I get asked that question all the time. What's my favorite bourbon? What's my favorite rye? Anytime I get the rye question, this is the answer. Oh man, that's so good. It's such like a bourbon lover's rye. If you want to just get introduced on what a rye whiskey could be, I just can't recommend these bottles enough. That's why I'm so excited for the Tanyard Hill release. You're telling me that you can make this just as good, if not better, than this. At least that's what it sounded like the Master Distiller was saying. And what gets me really excited, let me tell you a story about this Coy Hill. The first time that I ever tried Coy Hill was actually a sample bottle given to me by a subscriber. I don't remember the exact proof, but I know it was over 140. And I was watching a sporting event one night and I just enjoyed that pour for a good solid hour. And I remember at the time thinking, this is one of the best pours that I've ever had in my life. That is a top 3 pour that I've ever had, that specific release. And I still stand by that. Well, last year I was able to purchase this bottle at MSRP, which was also $79.99, like the new release is going to be. I took it home, cracked it, and don't get me wrong, it's a heavy hitter on this shelf, okay? This thing can compete with the best of them. However, it was not as good as that first memory of Coy Hill. It was a good bit higher in proof. I thought there was a lot more oak, a lot more complexity to it. Not saying that I don't like this one, I'm just saying it wasn't as good as the first time that I've tried Coy Hill. I truly do think that if you take this rye recipe and curate it to become something as good as the Coy Hill release, you're taking your master distiller, your head taster, your master blender, anybody that's anybody to these warehouses and picking some of these barrels, hand selecting for this special release, this could go down as the best rye whiskey of all time. And I'm saying it now. I really do think that there's potential this rye crushes everything. I've got extremely high hopes. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was told about this release and I knew that I was gonna be able to cover this, I was very excited because I'm a huge Jack Daniel's fan. Hands down, top 3 distillery for me. They have been on an insane run these past couple of years, putting out some of the best releases of the year almost every single year. They're killing it. So with that, if you were to ask me what's the #1 bottle you're chasing after this year, this has officially bumped into the #1 spot. The Jack Daniel's Tanyard Hill. And I'm sure like myself, there's going to be plenty of others on the hunt as well. And I want to wish you good luck on that because I'm going to need it as well. I mean, even this bottle is just so dang good. 136.2 proof. Can't beat it. Can't beat it with a stick. you can't. If you want to read more about the Tanyard Hill release, I'm going to link the Daily Pours article to this down in the description below, and check out any of the other links down there as well. We are officially in it, the best time of the year for whiskey, October, November, December. This is when all the heavy hitters come out. The distilleries are pumping out some of their special releases, and it's a special time of the year. I wish every single one of you great luck on all of the bottles that you're after this year. Let me know, are you going to be after this specific release coming out this year? Thank you guys so much for watching today. I'll see you in the next one.